I'm gonna tell y'all straight up like this. I just got that text that the link is definitely cut the off for November. Y'all better stay out of my way in these stores. I'm walking out with carts and I'm not paying for Trump, if you want start looting, oh, it's gonna happen. Before my kids go back like Jack, I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow. I am going to go in that store, get everything I get regularly. I'm going to bag my swipe my link card through that. Ain't no pin to balance on there. I'm going to walk the out. And I'm going to have one of my cousins with me that'll punch up so hard you gonna think a Jet 2 holiday hit your if you think I ain't gonna walk out that stuff. And please follow me to that car. If you feeling you ain't gonna make it back to your mother position at that Walmart store. I'm telling you. You wanna take some link? Like I don't be tech already. Watch this. Something.
People, we have been set up. I said we have been set up. My name is Friendship Pierce and welcome to Friendship Blue. It is 10/19/2025, 11:02 in the a.m. Let's say it together. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Link, food stamps, public assistance. Go down the road. If the government shutdown continues, and if Trump continues his way, whether food stamps or government assistance is affected partially or all the way because of waste, fraud, and abuse, or because the government shutdown goes to and through November, we're going to have anarchy. I've been asking myself how they were going to pull off this civil, W-A-R, this social unrest. We see the emerging of National Guard, ATF, Trump taking over D.C., policing. People, not only do I smell a rat, I see a well-oiled plan, which they are lying to our face, causing America to plummet. I cannot remember the last time I used that word, but they want America to plummet. They want people to snap about losing snap. I did a few economic videos earlier in the year. I don't get enough views on that. Maybe y'all get them now. Because I told people, be careful, watch yourself. They're setting us up. I'm going to show you methodically how I think things are transpiring and will transpire. The National Guard is here, people. Is it more than just for immigration, or is it for us? Trump's administration SNAP benefits slated to be cut off November 1st. 1.9 million Illinoisans will lose food assistance on November 1st if the Trump administration and congressional Republicans do not reopen the federal government. This is from the 16th. Federal officials with the U.S. Department of Agriculture have informed all states that it will not fund November Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, SNAP, benefit if the federal government shutdown, now in its third week, continues. As a result, SNAP customers will have access to any new food. As a result, SNAP customers will not have access to new food benefits starting November 1st, 2025, unless the Trump administration and congressional Republicans reopen the government. That's 12 days from now, people. SNAP is 100% federally funded benefit and the federal government withholding payments to the state would impact all 1.9 million recipients in Illinois. The state administers more than $350 million in SNAP benefits each month, funding that feeds families in every corner of the state. If SNAP funds are not delivered by the federal government, the state of Illinois does not have the budgetary ability to backfill these critical resources. It's deep. 37% households have older adults, 45% SNAP households have children, and 44% SNAP households have a person with disability. All these will be affected. Government shutdown becomes third longest in history with no end in sight. The government shutdown is on day 19 with no end in sight after senators failed for the 10th time to resolve the impasses in votes on Thursday. The shutdown is now the third longest funding lapse in modern history, eclipsed only by the shutdowns of 1995 and 2018-19. Shutdowns are a relatively recent phenomenon, having only begun in their current form in the 1980s. Senate Majority Leader John Thune sent the upper chamber home for the weekend after Thursday's votes, meaning the funding lapse will continue until at least Monday. The House has been out of session since September 19th, with no plans to return until the shutdown is over. Can you believe this, people? Yes, sound the alarm. Thune's officials said on Thursday that he will bring up a bill next week that would pay federal employees and military service members who have continued to work during the shutdown. But passing the legislation would require help from Democrats who blocked a long-term defense spending bill from advancing. Now, I said yesterday when I covered the No Kings March that we need economic justice. We're going to have to focus on economics. And if this doesn't ring that bell and sound an alarm in your head and in your spirit, I don't know what. We got to get off these wedge issues, people. I'm just keeping it real. Don't get mad at me. We're going to have to get off these wedge issues. Fighting every little thing. I got SEX. I got this. I want this. I want that. If we have a government shutdown, if we continue to have our economy erode, if we continue to have these tariffs, which make prices go up and add to inflation, we have $37, maybe $38 trillion in debt. Do you think, what's the word I used earlier? Was it implode? I forgot. People, they're setting us up. All the while, what is Trump doing? Let me see. Trump is charging $1 million for a dinner function. Let me see here. As of October 2025, Donald Trump's super PAC, Make America Great Again Incorporated, held a candlelight dinner fundraiser with a reported cost of $1 million per plate. The event was held at the Mar-a-Lago Estate in Palm Beach, Florida, October 17, 2025. Did you understand what I just read? He got executive orders for everything in the book. He got pardons for everybody, even what Santos a few days ago. But he can't have no executive order to overturn this government shutdown. But he got a super PAC charging $1 million per plate. And folks went. I told y'all we so backwards, it's ridiculous. I told y'all. But just wait. Wait till I get into this thing.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture will no longer track household food security reports. The USDA calls the reports, quote, redundant, costly, and politicized, end quote, claiming they do nothing but fearmonger. The study first began under the Clinton administration 30 years ago. It was meant to support increases to SNAP eligibility and benefits. The USDA now says the survey fails to deliver anything more than, quote, subjective liberal fodder, end quote. The department says the prevalence of food insecurity remained unchanged despite an 87% increase in SNAP spending from 2019 to 2023.
So are they saying in so many words they don't want to know how many folks have food insecurity? I want you to look at our government. Look at it.
To buy deodorant, so I had to press the button and wait for the lady to come to open the deodorant.
Frustrated customers are turning to social media to complain about locked up merchandise.
Every single hair product is locked up.
Retailers say they're turning to these plexiglass cases to lock up everyday items because of incidents like these.
A lot of stuff is locked up behind these. Why is that?
We've seen a massive increase in retail crime across not just CVS, but retailers around the country. So the amount of theft that's happening in our stores is up 30% versus 3 years ago.
CVS now piloting new technology that they say will cut out having to wait for an employee to unlock cases. Chief Merchandising Officer Musa Balbale gave us an exclusive first look at how it works.
You come into our app, you click in store. Let me give it to you.
Okay.
Move the phone close to
Move the phone close, and then there's unlock cabinet.
2 seconds. Hit unlock now.
2 beeps. Turn, pull.
Grab your product. You can close the door and be on
Headache
your
is
way.
gone.
After grabbing the product, the customer will then need to close and lock the door.
There we go.
The store is much easier for you as a customer on your own to navigate, to go from this aisle to hair care to other aisles that may have these locking cases.
Walmart.
It's like having a ward. It's like being a warden. It's like being in prison and you got the key to let out the prisoner to go to a bathroom break. But you know, I did a few videos since my last channel, and even here, I think I did one 3 months ago. Remember when I talked about the plexiglass? Remember the videos I did on the plexiglass? And I told you they was going to keep utilizing crime as a way to shut down these stores. And remember the videos I showed? Over 100,000 retail because of whether it's COVID. They have been closing down Walmarts, CVS, go down the list, Walgreens, and some of the stores, like I told you guys, they were in areas where there was a flourishing business. They're creating scarcity, and making food deserts and other types of deserts. Do you see all these ingredients that they're doing? And now you got, I mean, suppose somebody doesn't have a phone to get their stuff. Suppose there's a senior citizen who don't know how to work this thing to get their stuff. Crime, crime, crime. The same tactic they're using in retail is the same tactic they're using in relation to the immigrants. We got to bring in National Guard, ATF, and maybe the Army to stop the crime, to deal with illegal aliens and everything else, and these troubled neighborhoods. Now, we got to stop the crime inside the retail. People, they knew this economy was going to get bad. I'm going to keep it real. I told, put in the comment section if you remember those videos. I told y'all they was going to keep justifying it. The plexiglass they said was for the criminals. No, The plexiglass was set up starting years ago, 4 years ago, to get you used to this new system because they knew they were going to crash this economy. I got to just keep it real. Do you see it now? They deliberately. And now that you got people out here, listen to it again.
I just got that text that the link is definitely cut the off for November. Y'all better stay out of my way in these stores. I'm walking out with carts and I'm not paying for Trump, if you want start looting, it's gonna happen. Before my kids go back like Jack, I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow. I am going to go in that store, get everything I get regularly. I'm going to bag my swipe my link card, food that ain't no pin to balance on there. I'm going to walk the out. And I'm not.
Now don't get it twisted. I am not advocating for people who are mooching. I am not advocating for those who have been on this thing all the way from probably back when their mother or grandmother was on it, or grandfather was on it, whatever. I'm not advocating for those who run out here and just keep having kids, and they know by having kids they can keep getting, an increase on the WIC and increase on the SNAP and government housing. Think about it. I'm not advocating that. I blame the government, like I said before in other videos, that they should have had a baby limit. You might think that's cruel, but look at us now. Look at us now. You might think it's cruel, but look at it now. They should have had checks and balances in place. But they allowed women of all colors, men of all colors, to continue to have these kids. They didn't follow up with enough counselors saying, are you looking for a job? Are you looking for a job? Are you looking for a job? They let the system get just crazy. You understand? This is what the powers do. They set trap. They know if you got 100 people, maybe 30, 40% are going to pimp the system continuously. And if you think there aren't illegals who know the game on the street too, and they getting, and I know it, put in the chat, I know I'm gonna hear it, well, Pearson, that's who it's going after. Well, don't you think it's gonna be a ripple effect on Americans too? When last time the government had a government program and when they implemented something, it was crystal clear, targeted who they're supposed to target. The waste, fraud, and abuse could go after regular Americans who do have a legitimate situation. They might have lost a job, 2 jobs. They might be handicapped, might be elderly. Then what? The government shutdown is not going to discriminate. It's going to be like a bowling ball. It's going to hit them all. Now, I showed this video here this week.
I'm done spending an obscene amount.
I showed this video here. This video is in relation to this lady here. She is a politician. I'm going to play it for you. It's going to blow your mind. She's a Republican. She was blaming the Democrats for the government shutdown. But I told you, when I took her birthday and subtracted it from that day, you get Trump's birthday. In other words, it makes us suspicious that when I do these decodes, you can take a person who's talking all this smack, like I took her birthday, subtracted it from the day that she made this statement about how come the government is going to be keeping mothers and fathers from feeding their kids because everything going to be shut down. When her birthday versus that day adds up to Trump, in my mind, they're all playing the same game. That's all I'm trying to tell you. They're all playing the same game. Let me get into this because I wanna play this, and I want you to see what I came up with. Check this out. It's gonna blow your mind.
To hurt you, to divide us, and to push their far left agenda. So when you see those images, remember this. This is who Democrats are fighting for. Not you, not our troops, not the hardworking moms down the street. They're fighting for the most radical voices in America. And make sure that they own that, right? It's time to stop catering to the protesters and start standing with the American workers. Open the government, pay our troops, reject Chuck Schumer's dirty little deal, and let's get back to work for the American people.
Now, she gave you her speech. And what I'm hearing is that the No Kings protest, those people, they have the ear of the Democrats. And they want things like money for the illegals, health care and stuff like that. And because that's in the bill, the Republicans, which she is, they're like, we can't agree. Thus, the government is shut down. Understand? But it's also going to affect those on SNAP and stuff like that. What this is about. But like I said, can we just cut that part out and keep going? Now, there's some other things, like I said, I can't, there's a sexual component here in the bill that she said. I can't get into that. Unfortunately, let's go to her birthday. Here she is. Lisa McClain. Her birthday is April 7th. I said her birthday is April 7th. Let me clear my throat. Frustration Friday. I said her birthday is April 7th. Now, I want you to really concentrate here. Who is President Trump? Okay. What number president is Trump? Dum 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 dum. Is Trump the 47th president, like April 7th? What if that's coincidence? Oh, but I got something deeper than that. Look at this here. April 7th, 1966. April 7th, 1966. Today is 10/17/2025. She's exactly 59 years old, 6 months, 1 week, and 4 days. Pearson, why is that important? What is 614? (614) is Trump's birthday. Pearson, you got to show me that again. I will. Let's go back. She was born April 7th. What are the odds she would speak? And she's for Trump because she's Republican. And they put her out there to speak. And her birthday reflects the 47th president, which is Trump, who she represents. But not only that, when you take her birthday literally and subtract it from the day that she's speaking against the Republicans, you get Trump's birthday, 6/14. And those of you all who have been around me since the last channel, I know you're not surprised. But you new subscribers, baby, baby, welcome. Because people, if you don't think the Republicans and Democrats, if you don't think that they're not working together, I suggest you think again. They're both pointing fingers, yet we're going toward this November 1st deadline. And if this lady is right, she already got a notification that her WIC card, her her government card to get assistance will not be reloaded this month. People, what kind of America are we going to be in a couple of months? It could well be chaos. Prepare yourself. We need economic justice. And again, I'm not advocating anybody who's been milking the system, but each case is different. And like I told you guys earlier, I've been seeing this lockup thing and it disturbed me. And I wanted to let you guys know this day was coming because they knew we would become the thieves. And they're gonna shut down more and more stores. And then they're gonna have a curfew on what time these stores can be open and what time they should close. Watch what I tell you. I'm French Pearson. God bless.